Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing my next journal video. So if you've been following my channel a while, you may know I do like a journal of all the diamond paintings I do, and then I kind of finalize it every 2 months. So now it's the 2 months thing. So this was the first journal of the year, the January to February, and now I'm putting together my my March to April. Here, so I made my cover, and this is just on cardstock, and my picture on my cover, I've just been putting in my diamond painting that I did during that time period that took the most time. I was like, hey, that took the most time. And then if you've seen my journal, I have like what I did during that time, and then if you see my finished videos, you see that I have like a picture of the original image and then like all the information about it. And these are my stickers that I make to say how many diamond paintings I finished. So this is the first diamond painting of 2023, but this is diamond painting 346 that I have done in all since I started diamond painting. And then I have things like, this is a partial, blah, blah, quantity colors and stick, and then like how many colors and things like that. And this piece of paper is available on my shared templates folder, so you are free to download it and use it yourself. And I just made it myself. And I'm using the disc-bound notebook system here. So yeah, and then when I'm finished, I put in a picture of the finish, and then I also put in the legend if it has one. So I'm going to be putting together my next month's version. This is my March through April, and I'm going to laminate the cover. So I have some laminating sheets here. And I have my laminator heating up on the side. All right. So this is actually the first video I'm recording. On my new recording device. I had been recording on a tablet that I had for ages, and I mean, I seriously had the tablet for ages before, and then I was contemplating buying a camera instead to replace my tablet, and you know what ends up happening? My tablet heard that I was planning to replace it, so it decided it no longer wanted to be my recording device. So I'm just trying to center it on the laminating sheet. So I do have my laminator here. So I'm just gonna laminate that. But yeah, I think my tablet heard that I was planning to replace it, and it decided, you know what? I've worked hard for you for what, I started my channel in 2020 October, and now it is May 2023. So it was my recording device for like 2.5 years. And then it decided, you know what? I heard you were planning to replace me with a camera that I am no longer. It still works. The problem though is that it still works. The problem though is that I could no longer add a SD card into it for whatever reason. The SD card slot did not work anymore. Ooh, did I cut this wrong? Ooh. Hold on. Pause. I have to go print a new one. Okay, that's what I get for trying to talk and multitask. This is why you do the whipping chats, right? Instead of trying to talk while you're trying to do something. Okay. So yeah, my tablet decided it no longer wanted to it was mainly my tablet is still working, it just would no longer, because there's like a little tab in there to put in an SD card, and it was one of those ones where you just kind of put it in and then it clicks into place, and then you click it again and it will come out. You know, so there must have been some sort of like mechanism to lock it and to lock the SD card in there and to offload it in some way. So it decided it no longer wanted to keep my SD card in there. It just kind of wouldn't stay in. And I was like, I need the SD card. That's where I store my video. So yeah. And that just happened yesterday. I was planning, this is Sunday, and I was planning to record a couple videos yesterday, and it didn't happen because, yeah, it wouldn't allow me to record. Man, it's really hard to put these in the middle of the laminating sheet. It wouldn't allow me to record because, well, I could record, I just didn't have space to record because I couldn't put my SD card in. So I went to Costco and bought another tablet. I was going, like I said, I was contemplating buying the camera, but I decided, well, one, for fastness, I had to buy a tablet. But in the end, I think it was better because the tablet can do more than one thing other than just record. And I have had yet anyone to complain about the quality of my videos, like video recording quality. Now, other qualities of my videos, maybe, but no one has complained that they can't really see what is on my camera, so I just decided to just get another tablet. So I just got the newer version of my current tablet, which I had like a Samsung. I had a Samsung A6, and then now I have a Samsung A8. And that's what I'm using to record this thing. So I have little like on my ruler here. I'm not sure if, oops. See now I'm not, because now the camera is like over here where it used to be like right there on my tablet. So now I'm like, I don't know if you can see, but I have little red marks on there. And even though this should be 5.5, I should be using the inches, it's a little bit off. So this one, I should have used that one and not that one. I don't know what the other one. Oh, that's if 6 inches. That's if I wanted 6 inches. Yep. It's a little bit hard to see because it depends on, like, I put in a little bit more. Yeah, whatever. Oh, and then I have this mushroom hole punch here, and I don't know if you could tell, there's like little hash marks there, and there's like, if you're doing the 8.5 by 11, but then I have one farther here, and that is including the laminating edges, so that should put it into the center of the laminating edges. I wonder what kind of color this is going to show up as, like the video, because this is my first video I'm recording with my tablet now, so I'll have to see what it looks like when it comes off the tablet, because, you know, there's one thing that, why isn't it coming out? It's one thing, oops, it's one thing for how it looks on the tablet screen. But once you put it onto your computer and look at it on a different screen, the colors look different. So, I don't know why it's not coming off. So many weird problems happening on this video. Oh, I killed that one. Pondering whether to redo it or just be like, it's fine. I still have all the other ones. All the other mushroom punches. Thinking, is it clogged? All right, so yeah, there might be some technical difficulties for a little bit while I'm getting used to the camera, even though it's just on another tablet and it's on the same brand tablet. The only thing is now it's the newer version, so maybe it might be better quality picture because it's significantly newer. My old one I've had for years before I started my channel, so it became even more years as I was using it. Okay, is this one stuck? Oh, okay, that one is stuck. That one is stuck. So, there. More than one use for the... Okay, make sure it's still... There. So what was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, and I normally re-put it through my laminator just to, I don't know, because this doesn't have any edges to it, like these plastic edges. So, and I have tried cutting it first and then trying to center it on the laminating sheet, but it was too hard. Maybe, I wonder if there's like some half laminating sheets. I should go look, like a half letter sheet, laminating sheet size. That might be easier. I should look into that. I bet you it's more expensive to get the smaller size. Oh, wait, what if I just like cut the laminating sheets in half, but then one side won't be sealed? I don't know. All right, so there's my cover. So here's my work in progress journal. And this is my like slot that I have that I put my finish stickers on here. And let me take this off. So I'm just going to fix up finish this journal up, and then it should just be free to have my newer stuff. I'm mainly doing it because at some point the journals do get kind of heavy, and do I really want to be with that many at this time? So let me find where it ends. My last one that I did in April goes to there. This is my current whip I'm doing. There, and close this out. There. So there's my journal there. So now I did pink for this one and yellow for the previous one. So I don't know, for whatever reason, I just like not repeating the colors if I can. So let's do this earring. Well, repeating the colors as much as possible. And I just got these disc things from Amazon. I don't even know if they're available. I got like, it was a set of like 250. I think it's a lot. I got it for like $10. And these are smaller rings. There are bigger ones, but I just chose the smaller ones because I didn't really want to have my journal for the whole year with me at all times, and that's why I'm doing these every 2 months. I actually thought of getting a bigger ring and then making my journals be a yearly journal, but I was like, hey, I still have so many of these. If I didn't have so many of these, I might do the bigger rings. And then I would just put the whole thing, all the things together, but I will still use like these things as dividers for each month. Okay, so, oh, I need a sheet of paper to put in the front. I normally have some at the end of this is my journal for things that are kitted up that I have yet to start. So in case you want to see how many things I have in my kitted up and yet to start, and it's like plenty. So I need a sheet of paper to put in the front. And this sheet of paper is mainly this sheet of paper here. I need like a blank sheet of paper to put in the front so that I can put in my finish and then my legend. And then the what I'm going to put in is this is all the stuff in this journal. So this is what this sheet of paper is. And now I could set this back to 8.5 by 11. There. I mean, 8.5. So now I have a blank sheet of paper here. And I'll put the other blank in this one. So yeah, this is how my thing looks empty. This is the one that I have a PDF for on my shared diamond painting stuff, and then except here I do have like name plate or whatever here, but I make my labels from like Excel, my spreadsheet then, and I put it in I use mail merge to make little labels. Yes, I'm not going to explain how to do that because that is more of an Excel Microsoft or whatever tutorial, and I am not a Microsoft tutorial channel. So yeah, my work in progress journal is probably the ugliest one. Like I had, yeah. But that's okay. So now my work in progress journal is much lighter. And in case you want to know, I'm actually almost finished with this. And then I'm working on the Paint Gem Ocean Edition. I have about like 1/4 of this one done. I have half of this done. I have like 1 page of this Heaven Mark designs done. I haven't worked on this since like December, so of 2022. I'm about like, I think I still have just like 1/3 left. This one is actually my oldest whip that's in this kind of journal. I have a couple whips that are in my older versions of journal. So yeah, I still have to do this one. Man, the last time I worked on this was June 2022. So maybe I should pull it out. So. All right. And now let's finish up this journal here. So I have my pictures of things finished here. Let me put this in here. I did print it kind of lopsided. I don't know. Oh wait, I should turn off my laminator. It was still on. I had like a half sheet of label paper left, and then I had put it onto my printer, and it got taken up by my printer in a not straight fashion. But it still had all the information, so I wasn't going to reprint it because it's still, like I said, it still has all the info. It's just a little not straight. So this is gonna go into here. You know what? I think I'm gonna see if I can straighten. I don't trust my cutting ability. Let's see. That looks a little bit straighter. I don't trust my cutting ability with this thing. Okay. So that's in there. You know, on screen it kind of looks a little washed out, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know if I have to play around. Maybe I have too much light. My old tablet needed more light to be able to see everything, and now I feel like it's getting washed out. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks when I put it on to my computer. So I'm just putting my finish. I had already printed out these finished pictures because I think at the time I print these 4 to a page, so I actually have the first page here. So when I was printing these out, I was like, man, I kind of slacked these 2 months. I don't think I did too many of the full drill stuff, but you know, I probably diamond paint too much already. So I did print these 4 to a page. I did do a video of how I showed how I make these little thumbnails, and I did it the exact same way, except instead of putting 9 to a page, I put 4 to a page. So yeah, I made that video. And then because apparently I've become lazy, I made a thing on my silhouette to cut it out. And it's not perfect because it depended on how good I was at placing it on my... It depended on how good I was at placing it on my mat, because I only made one cut thing, and I was responsible for placing the mat as correctly as possible. So some of them might be cut off. I actually think this is bigger than original size. I think, did I write it down? It said this was supposed to be an 8 by 10.5. Yeah, this might be bigger than original size, because this is actually pretty small. So this was me doing a stitch patterns one, which was a cross stitch pattern that I'm doing as a diamond painting. And And I'm using my spare drills. I did a whole bunch of them, so my next couple ones are from that. So I did do a bunch of these. These might be bigger than original size too. But I've been having a lot of fun doing these. Although I did not do one of these recently because I've been working on this. This is my hummingbird for May. My first diamond painting that I have done when I started in 2020 in May. So yes, I've been diamond painting 3 years now. Was a hummingbird with some flowers. It was actually 2 hummingbirds with flowers. So that's my hummingbird. I don't even think the kitting up of that has been posted yet. No, it has not been posted. So look out for that. Even though I'm almost done, the kitting up hasn't been posted yet. I am seriously almost done. I could finish that tonight. I only have one section left. So the thing with these cross stitch patterns though is I'm not able to do this, but I did buy some metallic markers, like, you know, the markers that you could use to paint the rocks, that people paint rocks with. And I'm going to try using that to add some of the extras. But I did try it on one. So, like, I tried it on this Golden Gate Bridge. So I drew the lines there, but man, I'm just bad at drawing the lines. Like, look at but I think it works out, so I think I might I'm bad at drawing, so yeah. Freestyle drawing is harder. But yeah, these might be bigger than the original. But I like having the picture of the finish and what it should look like. This one I actually freestyled the black because originally the black was supposed to be just like, because this is a cross stitch pattern. It had to be printed. I mean, yeah, I diamond painted it and I thought it turned out pretty well. So yeah, that was supposed to be Disneyland, although someone told me this was California Adventure, in California Adventure, which I haven't been to. I actually had gone, I think, to Disneyland the last time I went to Disneyland, which was a long time ago, which was, I think, when California Adventure opened, or was it being constructed? So here is my front page picture. This is another cross stitch pattern that I was doing as a diamond painting, and this one was the one that took me the longest in this 2-month period. This took me 39 hours and 43 minutes, so it took me almost 40 hours to do this diamond painting here. So yeah, I do have to put it pretty far down because might get cut off over there. This video actually, I think it might be up on Monday, which is normally my kitting down day, but I actually don't have any videos for kitting down currently recorded. So yeah, this might be the Monday video. Mainly because last weekend and the last weekend, my friend had come over from Victoria to visit, and plus she had a bunch of errands she needed to do in the US. So she's in Victoria for school, but she had come to do some errands in the US that she needed to do. So she had stayed with me for about 9 days, I think, or was it 8 days? It was Sunday to Monday. So what is that? So Sunday, no, I think it was like 8 nights. So I have not been able to record as much as, no, I didn't really get to record last weekend. And I haven't diamond painted much that week too, so that she came to visit. So there was a lot I didn't get to do. What was I saying? I don't know. So yeah, that's why I don't have any kitting downs recorded, because I mass record those. So this one's really nice. I really like this one. Oh, see this one? Let me stick it here. I attempted to write Nevada. Do you see that? I tried to write Nevada with a Sharpie, but it's really hard to write on drills. Like, because, you know, they're not flat. It's really hard to write on the drills. So it looks really bad, my Nevada writing. Oh well. Oh, I don't know what happened. I saw something pop up on the screen and I don't know what it means, but hopefully it's still recording. But this is my first video that I'm recording with this camera, so, or with this tablet, so hopefully it actually recorded with sound, because I did do a short, like, two second test, you know, where I recorded, and I was like, oh, okay, it recorded. It seems to record. I don't know how long this thing will record before it's like, guess what? We're doing a new video. My old tablet recorded about 46 minutes, and then it stopped, and then it immediately started recording. So you lost like a second right there, but okay. I only have this one left. I actually have 3 more finishes, but I print it 4 to a page, so I was just gonna print the 3 last ones and put them in the next journal video. Oh man, didn't put it in straight there. So there is that finished. I do have a couple more finishes. This one here. I did finish this too. This is probably my only other big one that I did during this time. This one, and it's big. And then I did the mystery diamond paintings. You should see the finished video of this week. But yeah, there is my journal finished here. And here's the one from January to February. So that's my March through April journal. Look out for this next video of this for the, May and June. So probably in July. So that's all I have for today. So thank you for keeping me company while I put this together. And thank you for watching, and happy diamond painting. Bye.